And welcome back to the Claude Coast Roll for Story. And last session, you guys had entered into the dimensional horologium, where Tereg had cast a spell to freeze time. But before we go on to all of that, there was something you guys were trying to achieve in the observatory. And Kashan, it had been brought to your attention that the things within that riddle that Irina discovered through using legend lore belong to the Earth elemental plane. And with the help of Carius, he found a tome on the Earth elemental plane. It detailed this location, the sevenfold maze, in a lot of detail. And basically, there are several challenges for you guys to overcome should you want to make it all the way through and find what's known as the hidden fulcrum, which is a gigantic vault hidden away within the plane that once used to belong to the leader of the Tao, the Earth Genie, effectively, that lived there. And yeah, a vault of glittering gems and diamonds, which match the description of what Ladorvu found within his own adventure. The other thing you know is that, of course, the entrance to this goes on sort of an equator. And when that entrance appears, it doesn't last there for long. It's only open for perhaps maybe a day or two and then disappears. Kind of leads into the rumor where people have found it, but then never been able to find it again in the same place. So you went to the observatory in order to attempt to find what time it could be, because of course the telescope can actually look back in time. So, and you weren't here for this, so when you were looking through the telescope, we kind of kind of skipped over it. But if you want, I'll quickly allow you to make just a perception check as the dials were being spun to see if you can find its location on that equator. Effectively, you only need to really zoom in on one point, but let's just hope it's the correct one.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead, roll a perception check. The heck? Okay,
Wasn't meant
so
to be my role.
16. Let's have a look at the map real quick. Definitely not the worst. You can hone in on the rough location for it and hope that what you're looking at as time is sort of slowly flicking through is the right one. Let's see. I'll say you see it just briefly. There's this. You've got like skies kind of going back and forth from day to night, day to night. It's kind of creating this strobe-like effect that's just flashing before your eyes. But you swear briefly within one of those flashes that one of the mountain regions to the far north of the Claude Coast suddenly shifts and looks different for just a moment. And those are the only static thing you really see in the telescope. So it's obvious to see it when it happens, because a mountain doesn't just change overnight. But this one did. And it just for a brief flicker when you were kind of like going through day after day after day.
One of the mountains changed during the night north of the Claw Coast.
Correct.
Okay.
Do we know, based on, I'm assuming, like, Sean would shout out, like, stop or something? Do we have, like, a rough idea of, like, the time it appeared, sort of thing?
Yeah, you can start to try and dial back on the dates. And when this mountain, by the way, is to the northwest of the dry oasis.
Okay.
So yeah, you briefly see a flash of it. Seems to be changed over the course of. Let me just check. The calendar of Harptos. Let's see. We'll go with. I don't know. Some day during uh, Tar Tarsak Tarsak Tarsik, sorry, Tarsik, which is between it's it's one of the months. That's all I'll say. Tarsik is it's also known as the Claw of Storms.
Appropriate. They'd appear in the Clawed Coast in that day,
It
considering
did.
all the dragons.
And currently, you are in. I think I mentioned it was Kai Thorn last time.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
No, wait a minute. That was the
Or
other
was
campaign.
that might be that might be why it rings a bell.
That was definitely the other campaign. All right, you know what? I'll roll a d12 for it. Only because I haven't actually been keeping track of exact dates during this campaign. So 3. It is currently the Claw of Sunsets, which is would you believe it? It's 1 month prior to Tarsik.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah. So
It should
I
appear
can
next month.
yeah.
We just
next
need
month.
once we've dealt with the blue dragons, we can just go via the dry oasis, deal with that, and then just camp there until it appears.
You actually lucked out so hard right then. Okay, 1 second. I'll roll a d30 as well. Why not? We might as well find out the exact day today. Well, that looks weird. It's actually a d30 dice. Whoa. Okay,
That is
yeah.
weird.
It was weird for a second.
Now I'm just curious. Is there a D40?
Probably not. Okay, so it's the
Ah,
6th of Chess, which is the current month. The Claw of Sunsets. So, and what is the date on the month? It was the 17th of Tarsik. Is
how
when
many days does that give us?
Oops. A little while, but regardless,
Yeah.
that all happened prior to you guys suddenly spotting something else within the Clawed Coast whilst you're flicking back through the dates. You switched it back to present day, saw there was an oncoming storm, the perfect storm that the dragons have been waiting for, and they also went a day forwards. Carius warned his own father against doing this, but you couldn't help yourself. You looked a day forward into the future and saw that your home, the Damsir estate, lay in ruins, the farmland scorched earth. Some of the sand had turned into fossilized fulgurite. And there's only one thing that creates fulgurite: lightning.
Yep.
And at this point, Carius knew he needed to get back home as soon as possible. Orish sent a message to Terig. Terig summoned you into the dimensional horologium, where all 4 of these wizards channeled an incredibly powerful spell using the tower itself. Apparently, this is what the tower was built for, and he has been meaning to run a test to see how well and effective it is. So, effectively, all of these wizards together channeled a time stop, and the tower is able to sustain enough time for at least a day without wanting to push the tower to 2 extremes. This is obviously just a test run, so he tried to stop time locally for a day. He describes the spell as such. He mentions, it is important that you do not affect any other creature or object during this time, whether it be worn or carried by another person. The spell will end should you try to affect anything other than yourselves. Hopefully this buys you enough time. And he also gave you several scrolls of Tensor's floating disc. That way, one person can fly the glaive, and the tensor's floating disc can basically carry the rest of you along behind it. And when he reached the climax of the spell, you saw all the clocks kind of freeze up in place. All the cogs stopped spinning, and all the wizards are still stuck there, frozen during this channeling. The rest of you look around as this kind of pulse pulses around you. You notice that you still can move normally. Everything else around you is just stuck, frozen in time. And with that, you guys, I'm guessing, begin to exit, unless there's anything you do want to do in here or risk doing.
Did you draw?
Objects only if they're carried or worn by another creature.
Yeah, if they're carried or worn by other creatures.
Do we go steal the entire scroll library?
I don't think I did draw a mustache on Lux.
That would probably count as affecting him.
Damn.
But no, I completely agree. That would be hilarious. But
I have a better
maybe
idea.
Ooh.
Get a bit of paper out and a quill, and I just write "You suck, Max," and then I stick it on the floor by his feet.
riddle me this: who sucks? You do. Because it's all about riddles. Anyway, right. So assuming that Rory's telepathic bond is still up and Karis isn't having to talk in shape waters, right. Let's get going unless there's anything any of you can do here without affecting any other creature or object.
We could admire the workmanship of what has just gone on.
I think our priority should be maybe moving so we can stop the dragon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, should we get this over and
Yeah.
done with?
Yeah, let's go dragon hunting.
Do you realize what's just happened? For the first time, he has cast this spell at such an immense rate, and it took him 4 mages. When I saw this happen, it was just him, and he made a whole hut, and God knows how much larger. Just stop.
Well,
It works this time round. Later on, he improves it, and it works even better.
Yeah,
You can
this
admire
test,
it later.
we can come back another time.
Llewellyn
You can buy your souvenirs from the gift shop then.
is just like super excited that he was a part of the time stop that he sees in the future.
Karish just clips him around the back of the head. We've got more important things to do right now. It's impressive magic, but
We've got all the time in the.
no. He said it'd stop for about a day. We've got a day.
Oh, I missed that part because someone came into the room.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, I think Llewellyn probably needs to cast the Tensor's floating disc because it's probably easier because I think it's on his spell list and I don't think it's on mine
No.
because I'm pretty no, but I mean it's a wizard spell.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think it's a sorcerer spell, and I don't think it's a warlock spell. Might be a bard spell though.
So, I'll allow anyone to attempt to cast a scroll. They can use their own spellcasting modifier, and the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Which means Llewellyn still has the best chance because he's, or Irina, or
That if it's not
Andy,
on your spell list.
or pretty much anyone but me. Does that mean that what would Kashan use? Would he use wisdom? I guess.
Yeah, it'd be wisdom. Yeah, I guess. You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's fly.
It's like if it's on Llewellyn's spell list, a wizard spell list, he doesn't have to do the roll, right?
No.
But it's
Yeah.
sadly not on my spell list.
It's a wizard.
is.
It's
A
a
wizard-
wizard spell. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Oh,
You
okay.
can access it if you wanted. So
That's
you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
cast
yeah.
it without doing the
Is-
roll.
Ah,
Correct.
so that's okay.
So you can begin, Llewellyn,
Yes.
if you want to sit on the glaive and fly. Everyone behind you will be on the floating disc,
Sounds
and
good.
they will trail behind about like 20 feet or something. So we'll look.
Are we able to swap out though?
Yeah, because you've been given about 5 of these scrolls.
Yeah.
Like a
Um,
pod racer.
I will need to.
Like us in the back and then just the thingy flying at the front.
Yeah.
all
Now
through
this
the
is
mountains,
pod racing.
through the desert.
It is
Oh.
3 feet in diameter, so
And I'm guessing these are enhanced versions because normally they only last an hour.
oh yeah, that's why he gave you like a lot.
Okay. It's literally only on the wizard spell list, so Llewellyn is the only one who will be able to cast this for free. The rest of us will have to roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
but Llewellyn, are you in need of a long rest?
I am.
Yeah. So at one point, someone else will have to try.
Yeah.
It's not going to be too difficult, though, I reckon. This Tensor's floating disc is only a what?
First level.
Yeah, it's a first level spell, so it's like DC
11.
11. It's nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it's
but-
still possible spell.
Well, for the first couple of hours, until you feel it's time to switch over, Llewellyn, you sit atop the glaive and begin floating your way. There you go, the glaive.
Yay.
Floating your way back to
Pretty glaive, I like that glaive.
back across the desert with everyone else trying to take their time to rest as much as they can. Now, you don't need to sleep in order to acquire a long rest. It does help, but you know, maybe just a nap will do you guys.
Yeah.
I've literally
Harris
got the
is
music
also-
from
Irina.
Wizard of Oz with the Wicked Witch of the West
Did
playing in my head as Llewellyn's at the front.
Carius is also going to be trying to read to try to restore his power of speech.
Okay. Hour after hour, words do start coming back to you. So I'll let you decide. What's Karis's first words? Mama?
I'm honestly thinking it as in his literal first word that he ever spoke, or as in his first word this time.
Whichever. Perhaps they do come back to you in that order.
Yeah. I'm
I-
thinking that his first word for some reason is going to be like bang, like the bang of thunder. Crash.
Oh, okay.
Let's go crash.
Crash. That's quite a tough word for a baby. It's got that
It'd probably be more like cash.
Yeah, cash. Let's go cash.
They can't do ours for sure.
Cash.
Cash. All right.
I mean, it makes sense. He's from a merchant family.
I was about to say, I love the idea that he says crash, and Llewellyn goes, all right then, and starts going.
Command word crash. Power word crash. All right. Yeah. Well,
I kind of
that's
want
the
that to be a
first-
spell now. Actually, isn't that like Earthbind? Doesn't that basically like tie
Yeah,
down
okay.
flying creatures? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. At about the time when you say crash is actually when you arrive in Rashkar, the town Rashkar. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're just sort of flying through the desert. You're coming up on the small little sheds and shacks which stabled the once powerful best racer, the winning Albert.
Yeah.
They seem to have tidied up since. But Llewellyn, it's been about from there to here. Yeah, it's been a little while. It's been about 6 hours. Probably
Couple
more.
more.
Should we,
Actually, yeah, because you had to worm your way through the mountain. That's probably a bit of a trek.
should we do a swap?
So enough for a long rest for those who were on the back.
I'll say it's actually probably been about 10 hours trying to get through the mountain. During which, yeah, everyone in the back's probably finished a long rest. So you can
Ooh.
all recover your spell slots, recover your HP.
What if someone was holding onto my book and my book cast it while I was having a long rest?
You need to be conscious of that.
Worth a try.
Carius will, because it's his glaive and he's used to it, he'll try casting the spell for the next lot, I guess. Unless anyone else wants to give it a try.
Give it a
Actually,
shot.
Have you got your speech
want
back?
to give it a shot? I've got parts of it back.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a spell casting check. DC 11.
Who's doing it? Me or you?
I think you've got the +5, haven't you?
I do indeed.
Yeah, you go for it then. You've got a plus on it.
So I'm rolling my charisma, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's successful for the first hour, at the very least. And Karis, your words are coming back to you steadily at this point, but it's again like it's in reverse. So you kind of pick out some of the most basic stuff like car, sand. Wait, no, car doesn't exist in this one. Car, tree, bird. Bird is something that keeps on coming back to you. Maybe it's your desire to fly once again, but this is a slow process, but it's definitely having. Maybe when you wake up, it'll be back as normal. Who knows? Though at this point, Irina, I need you to make a couple more checks. As the hour goes by, you start to see the floating disc is about to give way, and you need to basically recast it and catch all your party members underneath it.
Okie dokie.
So this is kind of like the world's worst roller coaster because it keeps breaking.
Yeah, it does. It sort of dissipates, becomes thinner and thinner like ice, and then suddenly Irina manages to turn around, pull out a scroll, cast another one, and it just puts it on top of it,
Okay,
or underneath it rather. Yeah.
you've got
I
a
don't like this.
you've got a 14 in 20 chance of succeeding, because a 6 will allow you to succeed.
Yeah, true. Okay, so you've been asleep for at least 2 hours, Carius, and there's the bridge that you cross over the river, and you can smell the sea salt air already drawing closer and closer. And again, Irene, another charisma check.
They're getting lower and lower. I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah. Eventually, they might just. No, that's good.
Sure.
No problem.
We did.
3 hours pass, and at this
Getting the
part,
hang of this.
at this part, Carius, you're into REM sleep. It's good. It's a good time. Everyone else, you can see the mornings. Well, actually, you wouldn't see the sun. You just see dark clouds on the horizon. There is perhaps a bit of light filtering through. You can tell it must be daytime, but the storm clouds are all above you. You can feel rain sort of pitter-patting on top of your heads. Kishan's fur is getting soggy and it smells. And run another charisma check.
Would the
And
rain
he's
be
probably
pitter?
gripping hold of Kishan's tail like it's like a safety rope.
Would the rain be pitter-pattering, or are we flying through solid water? Like it's just suspended in the air and we're flying through it?
You're floating across the ground because Tensor's floating disc doesn't allow you to fly.
Yeah,
so-
but would we be because obviously everything's frozen as the water's falling? Is it just sort of suspended?
That's how we're
and
getting
just-
wet. We're just
Oh,
flying
yeah.
through rain that's
Right.
like in the middle of the air.
Like in
Right,
May.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's like. Yeah, you're sort of going into the rain, so it's hitting you on the face rather than on top of your head.
I mean, as Carius would be awake, 'cause he did the first long rest. I'm probably just gonna have to aid with this and make him more comfortable. I'm gonna use the storm guide to make the rain stop falling in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on us. I'm just like, nope, because
Well-
water isn't an object.
You could do that if he was awake, but
Well,
you're trying to get a long rest, aren't you?
Carius did the first long rest. Llewellyn was the one who flew the glaive initially and is
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
it
get
was,
rest
wasn't it?
now.
Sorry, yeah, Llewellyn's the one sleeping, my bad.
Yeah.
Llewellyn, you're suddenly rudely awakened as you come skidding into the sand, like
No.
you hear the sound of everyone behind you, Irene, just landing onto the ground.
Do I-
Yeah, that scroll kind of
She's probably at this point like soaking wet.
Well,
Wow.
Carius tried to help that a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, Carius perhaps realised too late, and I'm thinking like maybe Irina mispronounced a word because the paper got soggy.
It's also because obviously her fire comes from Candlewick, and Candlewick is fire, and it's
Yeah.
raining and wet
Yeah.
and horrible.
So what did you try to dry it off and then end up setting it on fire?
Maybe.
I just imagine maybe she's a tad bit like
Like it's a-
discombobulated by the
Eh, well-
water.
Wow, she must have hated Weep.
She wasn't
like,
there
Candle-
for very long.
like Because the whole thing was like the rain was suppressing magic, so holy crap, Candlewick must have hated it.
You got to remember, she was only literally in for like 2 seconds, got arrested, then left again.
Yeah.
She didn't hang
Yeah.
around.
Right.
Um,
Sorry, I got this. I can fix this.
Ouch.
Let's get back on the. Do you want me to give it a go going forward, or are you good to try again, or do we want to? How far away are we? I'd probably know this because I'd recognize the area.
sorry, 1 second. Could you roll an intelligence saving throw as well, Irina?
Why?
Oh, because the scroll, when you fail a scroll, apparently there's mishaps.
17.
What was that?
17.
17? Okay, that's good. Alright, let me just check.
I didn't realize that was
Oh.
a thing.
It's an alternate roll.
I like it.
Variant scroll mishaps. Okay, you're good. Nothing else. Nothing bad happened. So you did burn the scroll off a little bit, but thankfully it wasn't during the casting of the spell. You're just trying to dry it off and it sizzled up. Okay.
Are we close enough that we can just finish our rest here and then continue on?
Well, you're the only one who needs the rest now. I suppose we could carry you.
Yeah,
Yeah, wouldn't stay put in the middle of the desert.
that was pretty rough.
Sorry.
You could attempt to. You are still about 2 hours out from Riley Port,
Right.
and it's been nearly 22 hours. So you'd
Yeah,
be
we'd
getting
probably
there.
yeah, we'd be getting there just in time. No real prep.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Irina, try to cast the spell again. Llewellyn, get on the disc, and we'll do the rest of the way. Speaking of it, as we're getting close and most of us are awake, Kashan, do you want to be like dropped off on the airship for this? Because obviously they're flying dragons and you don't have much range.
That
Or-
could be useful. The cannons.
That actually could make sense. I could swoop down and try and.
Could also potentially put you up there, Andy, if you want to, snipe with your bow or whatever.
Probably would be more useful doing that.
So could Irina, to be fair, at 300 feet.
So you're gonna put the entire ground force as me and you.
Yes, we can do it. Just-
Why does that give me a bad feeling?
Because it's Llewellyn's idea.
yeah,
Right,
And
Irina,
it's
do you want to
starting
stay?
to make sense.
Do you want to
Well-
stay on the ground?
I think I'd be a better use on the ground.
to be
Sean and
fair,
Andy can handle the airship.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, easy.
If anything, if needs be, I can always projectile Kashan into it.
that's true.
And
And
if worse comes to worse, I can always dimension door up there in a pinch.
and you can potentially take like some of the other one of the other people with you, to
Right.
get them out of harm's way.
And it would actually give me a chance to see exactly what the ship can do while I'm linked to it, so I might
Yes.
actually be able to use the weapons.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. We've not really given them much of a try. Right. Okay.
On the disc. Let's do this.
Right. Cast that spell.
See.
On 19.
Yeah,
Hey.
no problem. Cool. All right. So up and away, the flaming discs lift you up off the ground, and you're able to surf across the sands. The rain is heavier as you're coming through here. This time, you even see frozen streaks of lightning, just kind of a glow within the dark clouds.
I've literally put Nash's hat on to protect myself from the rain.
You're gonna have to like pull the tilt the head down quite a bit because it's still frozen rain, and so instead of it falling, you're sort of pushing through it.
Whatever
But
protects
yeah,
my ass.
it is soaking you nonetheless. See here, make this a bit smaller. Okay, up ahead, you can see the darkest portion of the clouds are directly above the Damsir estate. You're drawing in now the smell of ozone and wet sand in the air, and you can see your farmland. There are streaks of lightning actually kind of crashing down right now as you're approaching it. You going straight towards it all the way, or do you? Sorry, you're going past it towards the airship, right?
Yeah,
How are
we're
you
going-
flying up there, just real quick?
Well, we were gonna go past it, and then I can direct the glaive to fly Sean and Andy up there with the command word, and then bring it back.
Okay. All right then. So we got.
That's assuming that the view from the airship wouldn't be too obscured by the clouds, because otherwise it's kind of useless. I
Kashan,
suppose they could bring it down.
yeah, Kashan controls it.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yep.
And by we, I mean Kashan.
Right. You are our. And Carius is going to make sure when he's given this command that he doesn't accidentally bump into any of the Griffin Riders that are meant to be about, like the glaive. So.
Kashan and his key airship.
I
Yeah.
want to say though, as you look around, there's no sign of these dragons. Like, they don't seem to be in the midst of destroying your home or anything like that. But you could have sworn this should be the time when they are here. Actually, you looked at the day before, so where they're going
Yeah.
to strike from, you're not entirely sure.
No,
Could be
but we can
underground,
at least.
It could
but
be
we-
within the clouds, but
I
you
thought we
physically can't see
saw on the vision them descend from the clouds, but not sure where.
right. Plus, the clouds are so thick and
Yeah.
dark that it's impossible to
said-
physically see them.
You said there were some lightning strikes already, right?
There are,
Usually
yeah.
when that happens, there's a blast of light, so potentially you could see shadows within the clouds. I'm going to pull out the spyglass.
Yeah.
Do I see
Okay.
any denser
You can-
areas?
You can roll with disadvantage for this perception check.
Advantage,
Mm-hmm.
even with the spyglass.
The spyglass gives you long distance with advantage, but you're kind of looking directly up and into the clouds, which are fairly close. It is difficult to spot them, even with the spyglass. There are plenty of shadows in there, but they might be just other shadows of other clouds overlapping.
Hmm.
Don't see any wings or anything of the sort. Not with a 13.
And I'm still asleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Okay, so Llewellyn, you would have completed a long rest at this point.
Yay! Where we at?
And
What's
what
going on?
else?
Right. So, as we come to a halt, I'll tell. Right. Andy, Sean, if you get on the glaive, I'll send it up to the airship.
Perfect.
Then-
How long do we think we have until?
And probably not long. Maybe. Actually, because it was meant to be 24 hours, it'd been like 22 when we were there. We were 2 hours off, but they sped it up slightly, so maybe half an hour. Does that sound about right, Chris?
You're not 100% sure.
Basically,
Without
just get
mind
up there and get down here fast as you can.
Well,
Get up
I was
there.
more thinking attunement.
Mm,
Well, get up there, try to attune. If we end up not, it's
I
for
can
the
help with tuning.
airship. Is
Thank
the
you.
for the weapons? The attunement is only needed for the boost, right? They should function without the attunement.
yeah, the
because
weapons do
others can
function with.
operate.
Yeah. You don't need to be
So
attuned.
it's
to
more,
Yeah, but
it's,
it
it's
was
more to
m-
control the ship. Yeah.
It was more to control the ship and see if I could control the weapons with the attunement as well, because
Right.
I haven't actually tested that yet.
Yeah. Right. You
Good
get
night,
up
Blake.
there. You get up there, Commander Kashan.
Thank you, First Mate Andy. With
yep.
me.
Hey.
Okay.
Right,
And then-
and then once the glaive comes back, Carius is gonna basically go, right, next stop is probably my home, so that when the spell drops, we can warn my dad, and then he can potentially help.
Okay. So you come down to your estate, and as you approach, you see that there are several griffins perched on the high walls. We'll say one on each tower here, right at the corner. Have you got vision of this whole map? Should do.
Not yet. It's at 94% for me.
All right.
I do.
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, cool. All right then. There we go. So yeah, Andy and Kashan are not here, so I'll just pop them down there for now. But you can see the heavy rainfall is just frozen in time at this point as you descend on it. And there is a familiar knight from the Claude from Guidia. It's Ross, and he seems to be in a moment of panic. He's kind of like running towards the entrance of the Damsel estate.
And I'm just like expecting, like, as he runs in when time unfreezes, it's like Karis is already there, and it's like, I'm already here to warn them, get back to your post. But good job.
You could totally do that if you wanted to, or is he?
I just
Yeah.
want to stand behind him and go boom.
That too. Right, so Karis is gonna run in, or walk in far so he doesn't accidentally crash into anyone. Position himself, and then he's just gonna sort of wait as long as he can, or until like time restarts to basically give Kashan the time to attune.
Before
Okay.
we end up touching anyone at all, casting mage armor on myself because I no longer have the robes.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to do that. Cry.
Alright. Cry indeed. In fact, change your icon, shouldn't
And at the last moment, I think I'm going to cast Crown of Stars.
when time resumes? How
Yeah,
long does that spell last?
1 hour.
Okay, that's pretty damn good.
So I'm probably going to
And
cast
then
that.
it's doing- Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
Okay.
Wait, how long does Mirror Image last? Well, that only lasts a minute, and we don't.
Yeah, that one you'd need to cast probably just as combat starts.
Yeah, but that is the order of which I'll do things.
Mm-hmm. Alright then.
I would like to, instead of going inside the building, I want to try and get up on the roof and find a place that's going to almost protect me from the rain. But I've got a good clear view of the sky, so when they do descend, I can yell to everybody.
Gotcha.
And,
Okay. Which roof do you want to be on? Just move your token to wherever you'd like.
Trying to think of where would be
Highest point?
not necessarily the highest point because I don't want to get spotted by the dragons. I need to find a spot that's half sheltered so I don't get too wet. So if there's a part of the section of the roof that kind of is like a step down from the rest, I'm going to kind of get myself in the...
Oh, the stables, maybe?
Sure, that'll work.
Okay. Alright. You can go into
Plenty
the,
of drawer if I need to set the building on fire.
right.
I need to, just in case.
You never know.
I'm gonna worry Carius in a minute. Alright,
He
and
doesn't know where I went.
nope. I'm just like, I'm sure wherever she's gone, it won't burn down instantly.
Mm.
Sure.
It's raining. It won't burn down
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
and finally,
Alright.
Andy, any preparations you want to make before time resumes? No?
I mean, probably the only thing she'll do is she'll run around into the ship and try and gather as much bows and ammunition and whatever they might need. Well, I say bows, I mean arrows. Of course,
Yeah.
limited supply of those. And she's not going to use her, pew pew star power thing constantly. So she needs something. But otherwise, there's not really anything I've got that she can kind of pair. And she's just going to do what Kashan asks her to, really, in terms of trying to get the ship ready and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
Where's the colours?
All right.
Gets some
So,
crayons out and starts colouring a flag.
whether or not you get enough time to attune to the ship is the only real question left.
I'm trying to find it on the ship layer at the moment. I'm lost.
Wait, oh yeah, I see you're actually on that layer, aren't you? I'm wondering, is your token just running around like a madman?
I'm trying to find these goddamn doors.
Oh, that what the clicking sound was? You going in and out doors?
Yeah,
Oh no.
I
Poor
can't
Cam.
find it.
He's just like, no, where's Rich? How do I get back in?
No, that's the bathroom. No, that's the kitchen. No. How have I got to the bathroom again?
He's like, damn, I'll just sit in the bathroom, attune from there.
Yeah. Don't
It
disturb
is-
the column.
Right, do you know what?
The new home.
I'm just gonna drag my token onto the map again.
It's an army of Kushans running around the ship now.
You
Kashan.
can't multiply.
Oh,
Cats have 9 lives, and he's just separated them all into like separate beings.
There we
So
go.
there's 9 Kashans.
Is that what it means?
I
There's
should-
actually 9 of him?
Maybe.
I should have given a horn so you could have a crew. The one that summons berserkers.
So is it like Keshan, Keshtu?
Test cat. That's the most feline of them all.
Yeah.
But we don't let Kesh sank on the ship in case it sinks.
Oh,
FCs.
I
He was
imagine-
actually the first one to go.
I imagine it
I'm
like Child
sorry.
Showdown where all the splits are different personalities.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is, obviously, it's 9 lives, so it's Kesh nerf. He's been nerfed.
Yeah, nerf.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's about all the French I remember.
So about effectively, what is it, 6 out of an hour? It's about 35 minutes in to you trying to attune when suddenly you hear an incredibly loud roar just burst out from the clouds, and with it you see crackling lightning surge from the darkness, and everyone inside the room here, inside Damsir Estate, also suddenly sees everything resume. The water kind of pours around the rooftop. You see Ross barge in through the door, and he says, "Dragons! Dragons!"
yeah,
That's
back it up, Russ,
that's why I'm here.
back out.
Carrots?
Hello,
I didn't see you there.
we need
No.
to go fight the dragons. Come
Right.
on.
Yep. Dad, we managed to stop most of them, but Tilrog apparently doesn't want to do what the others say, so we've got 4 potentially incoming. But I think I've got the ability. I think I've learnt enough to stop them, so let's get going.
He looks towards the raven and says, "You damn liar!" And he goes to shock and grasp your raven, Llewellyn.
What rhythm? Poof.
Ah,
Let's
To be
go.
honest, we thought we'd dealt with them. They did all say they were going to leave. They lied. They were the liars.
why
And
does
to
it
be
not
honest-
surprise me?
And to be
Sure.
honest, I thought some of the others would make sure that they went. Can't think of their names. The Hypersonic, or whatever his name was.
Transonic.
Transonic.
Right, everyone, we need to get you to safety. They're obviously targeting us. We need to evacuate you.
Yeah,
Um,
if you can get them up to the airship, that's probably the safest place.
All right, then. In that
Just
case,
going to point out that your dad doesn't know about the airship.
Yes, he did. We gave him a
We did.
tour.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gave him a
did the
tour.
whole-
Because
Oh yeah, of course
we
we
were,
did.
You know, we were going
Okay.
for the whole magic for ship sailing is a good thing because otherwise we would have been sunk.
So,
Fair enough.
Llewellyn brings his raven back and he's like, "Oh, you're such a fast boy. You outran the dragons." Little raven just got you.
He didn't. He's
I
definitely out
think,
of
I, think, I think we need to rename that one Speedy. Or something.
I'm so surprised.
He does look very out of breath, poor guy. Perhaps the dragons did get here first, but they were simply waiting for the storm to roll in. It looks like there is enough griffins to carry two family members each. And as soon as one comes over to offer Ericos a ride, he says, "No, I'm standing here. I'm going to defend my home. Plus, Tilrog, me and him have a bit of a vendetta to settle."
We have unfinished business.
You're not the only one. This
Whenever
won't be the
someone
first
says that,
time me
it
and him have
ends
fought. But this will be the last.
No.
Okay.
Alright.
Doesn't end
You
well.
see four griffins in formation flying off towards the airship, which I'm guessing you're going to kind of give them a direction, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
just like, I just
Tell them
sort
follow
of
the raven.
that way. Follow the raven.
Yeah, that works.
And
Right.
I imagine at that point, that's when like Karis's glaive just returns to him, and he just catches it ready for the battle, in dramatic
Right.
like Thor style.
Oh yeah, there it is. Swings down,
Right.
spinning through the air.
Ah,
All right. With that, I'm gonna need everyone here to roll initiative. Let's
mirror image.
see what happens.
Initiate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Including me and Andy.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Where is it again? Oh,
Well, I'm very prepared.
oh. Because I was like, mirror image. No dragons came in.
Okay.
Andy a little bit distracted, possibly trying to find those extra arrows, I guess.
Erica. And we'll put Ross on this one. Yep, they're pretty low at the bottom there. Okay, so let's just check one more thing. Oh yeah, my dragons. Okay. Just get these on real quick. Alright, Velen and everyone, you can all hear the sounds of these dragons swooping around, their heavy wings masked by the shadows of these clouds. You can hear them, some of them are roaring, and you can hear the crackling within the clouds, an unnatural lightning kind of building and zapping up. It's
So
getting louder.
I can't see them though.
Not necessarily, no. I'm gonna quickly roll them onto initiative, 1 second. See where they end up. I think you might be first anyway. You are up first. I rolled really bad. All
Nice.
4 5. Amazing.
Uh,
You can hear them, but you can't see them. What do you want to do?
I can hear them, so I can hear where they're coming from.
Essentially, they're definitely swooping around you, using their movement, superior movement in the air to
I have no
outpace
clue.
you.
I have no clue where they would be, so I'm gonna just move away to a distance where I feel is safe,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna cast what I was gonna cast and mirror image myself.
Okay. Mirror images out.
Don't know what else I can do until I know where they are. And I guess you can't really hold a bonus action, can you?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So that's your action, mirror image. And
Yeah.
you happy to sit there taking cover?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not grouped up in case they decide to come at us with the lightnings.
Okay, cool. Irina, you said you were trying to hide as well. Do you want to give me a quick stealth check to see how well you are hidden?
I'm not hiding.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, I'm
That's-
just
you-
sheltering myself from the rain.
Oh, sure.
I'm
Okay, then.
watching the sky.
In that case, then, initiative count 20, we have a layer action. That's right. The perfect storm is. There's a reason why they waited for it. Because
Is
it's
yeah.
like bringing a layer with them. They've learned to attack throughout their generations using this exact storm, which rolls in every couple of generations. Now, they're going to centralize several lightning bolts. You can hear roars as they're sweeping through the clouds. It's almost like they're making the clouds collide into each other. Let's see. Let's roll a d. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 potential different actions. Yes, correct. Hey, we're starting off with a lightning bolt. Great. Oh, and it's on Llewellyn. Love it. So as you kind of cast a spell, it definitely kind of attracts these dragons. They can see you kind of split into 3, and they're immediately going to focus a lightning bolt on you. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you see a cloud above you. Storm rolls around you. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, you'd be pleased to know it's not terribly dangerous. Because this is, rather than the dragons actually breathing lightning onto you, it's just a small bolt from the actual clouds themselves.
It like
So-
as effectively as if it was cool lightning.
Yeah. That's the closest you can call it. Where's contact? Anyway, I'll pour damage. Last time. Stuff. Oh, wow, good roll. You take 18 points of lightning damage as a physical lightning bolt strikes down and hits you from the sky. But that's not our action. It is Sham's go. Okay. You can hear the battle unfolding. You aren't attuned to the ship yet. What do you want to do, though?
Just be like, please, talk to me.
Kind of got halfway through. You feel like there's a connection forming. And are you going to try and, like, plead with the ship?
Yeah, if I've got, like, the starters of a connection, I'm just going to try and almost, like, take control and just be like, right, you're coming with me now in my brain, obviously.
Okay.
So,
I'll tell you what.
that-
Give me, like,
yeah.
a wisdom check just to see if you can mentally kind of jolt them into action. 12. It feels like, again, you're almost halfway there, and you're a little bit distracted as you suddenly hear the cawing of 4 griffins kind of land upon the deck. And it's weird, you actually sense them, even though you're back in the engine room with the crystal. You kind of see like a mental image in front of you of what just happened, and it feels like you're half there, but you're also kind of not able to fully control the ship yet.
Do I risk one more turn?
You could try.
Yeah, I'm going to just take a deep breath, and I'll just go in one more time, and I'm gonna try a last effort to try and plead with the ship.
Okay. It does take your action to do this.
That's
so
fine. That's fine.
I'll say for the next turns, everything's going on. You can hear the clambering of footsteps above. Your allies, the Damsir family, are currently running around the ship. Andy, do you direct them, or are you sort of just telling them to get into somewhere safe?
Yeah, she'll probably just kind of say, look, anyone who can't, manage one of the cannons, just get below deck. We could do with people helping if you can shoot and name one of these big, heavy hunks of metal, but otherwise, Please just stay out the way and go below.
Oh my god, so you're telling the family to get on some cannons. Didani, who's the youngest, is like, oh, Mom, can I fire a cannon at the dragon, please?
Yes.
Riley
You
is
have
just
to
like,
be an adult.
yes, it's out of the question. Get below deck. Get somewhere safe. Zerilius, I'm sure you can manage this. And let's
Oh,
get
wide
just
looking like he's gonna shoot me.
narrowly. Tell us how to work this thing. And you can see Erikos, Erikos' wife, Ryles, is trying to like ask you how these things work. But we'll come back to that. We'll see you on your turn.
I've never done it myself.
I mean, we used the ballistas previously.
You have used ballistas.
Well, the
that's
ballistas
true.
are going to be very similar to your crossbows.
There you go.
So,
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
they all work on ships, right? Surely they know this already.
Some of them should know cannons at least, or at least ballistas.
They're a
Just
merchant,
saying.
not pirate.
Yeah, but the merchants have to be able to defend themselves.
Sure. We'll see how well they do it.
Where are
In
the
the meantime,
pirates? That's
in the meantime, Irina, it is actually your turn.
Cool. So they've not made their appearance yet, so I'm basically keeping an eye on the sky.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my Eldritch Blast.
Until you see one. Okay. Let's see here.
Actually, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to check something first.
Alright then.
Where are we?
Here it is. Found it. There we go. Found some lightning to strike the villain with. Finally. There we go.
No.
Alright, so that's happening. You did just see a storm cloud strike the villain, but you kind of hold your Eldritch Blast eyes in the sky. And that's it.
Right.
Hang on. I did say
Oh yeah.
hold on.
No problem.
No, I'll save that for an emergency. Yeah, I'm just going to hold the Eldritch Blast. I'll use the
Okay,
other thing
then.
for an emergency.
Well,
Alright.
you can probably unleash that in just a second, but Carius, you're up first.
Right, Carius, who I can't actually click on my token because there's a glaive on top of me, and it's bigger
Yeah,
than me.
you can move the glaive.
Yep, glaive can
There you
just
go.
sit there. Carius is going to fly straight up, first of all. And then these clouds are being a pain in the butt. Let's see if we can get rid of any of them.
Ooh.
If a control wins, I'm going to
Okay,
blow
how-
them all in one direction.
How high do you fly up real quick?
Well, on the glaive, I can fly 50 feet. So I
Yeah,
fly
so
50 feet up. And then this is a 100-foot cube, so I'm sort of aiming it at the top of myself
Alright.
to
That
see if I can.
will help.
Why have I got to
immensely.
make a saving throw?
Oh, you can
Ignore
ignore
that. It's just because of the template. It's
Yeah,
ignore
that's
that.
fine.
I'll get rid of the template. It's not really needed for this.
Okay, it is pretty big. In fact, just looking at the template alone, it's almost enough to encompass the estate proper, like the actual building, walls. Not the actual full, like, outer walls, but
Yeah.
certainly your home, your physical home,
Yeah.
could be controlled. Weather
Yeah, so
controlled.
I'm just like, wind, get out the way. Like clouds.
Okay. That opens up the sky, and for a briefest moment, you see like a ray of sunlight just filtering through. There are some grayish clouds still kind of above that, because of course it's 100 foot up, so some cloud level above that as well.
Yep.
But you do open up this huge space, and even the lightning seems to be pushed back as a result of that as well. So, the question is, can you see them? Can you see any yet? And the answer is actually no, because they were pretty sneaky. And they're not just hovering directly above.
Yeah, but I've at least opened up a clear area, so we can now sort of, if they suddenly launch a lightning bolt from one side, we know they're on that side.
Okay. Yeah,
And that's my
Irina. As this cloud is opened up, you suddenly see a pair of wings push out from the clouds, almost like leaving this kind of inky kind of like spread behind their wings as they burst through it. And right above your head, you see the pair of wings swooping down. Your held action goes up.
I can actually do the finger dance.
Yep, you can target this guy as well.
Right.
You'll be able to.
How do I do that? Is that control or alt? I can't remember.
It's Alt and then clicking. There we go.
Alright.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Here we go. Where are we? Where are we? 1.
What?
That is.
What?
Hold on a second. Let me change this. I don't know why it keeps on giving me 18,000 AC. There we go. Try that. That's a hit, by the way.
Say.
God knows why it keeps doing that.
There you go. So it does, that one does 10, and he gets a trigger point.
He does. Okay, I will do that in a second.
Nope, I didn't want to press that. I want that one.
Ooh,
Who?
2 trigger points. Ooh.
2 points of
Let's
damage.
see.
So that's
That is
3. 17. Misses. Oh, so close.
17 misses. So
So
much
close.
better.
Dang it.
Okay. Alright, let's change that. So you did 2 plus 10, so 12 points of damage.
2 stacks.
There we go. And 2 stacks of fieriness. Okay. So, this dragon, as it swoops out, doesn't perhaps immediately expect these bolts to suddenly hit it. Looks down and tries to spot its assailant.
Can I tell which one it is? Which one of the dragons it was?
Yeah, you can tell it is the one with the kind of longer looking head, but it's not Tilrog.
Has he got any holes in wings, or is it the one that Kashan stunned to the ground?
It does actually have holes for its wings, and they've been patched up a little bit, but you can still see scarring and a few little bits of open areas where it's kind of ripped. But it is still swooping in. Where do we want to go with this? So it was about to make a pass at the estate itself and like completely destroy the map room. Now that you guys are a threat, it adjusts course and starts swooping towards you guys.
No.
We're going to go with either Llewellyn or Irina as the potential target.
Oh
So
no.
1 is Llewellyn, 2 is... Yep, it's going to immediately adjust its course and swoop towards you.
Oh, no.
Now, you are quite far below it, but it swoops down close enough that it can get you with its lightning breath. I need Irina to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Save and throw. 14.
Is that enough?
14 is a fail, I'm afraid. So this thing is, we'll say 50 foot in the air, same as you, Carius. Okay.
Yeah.
And a devastating streak of lightning propels from its mouth, dealing 42 lightning damage.
Okay.
Okay, let's check its movement as well. I'll actually end its movement right above you. Okay.
Sorry, I have to do math. Bear with me.
Alright. It is Ross's go, who's atop his griffin. Is going to swoop in
Hey. I know.
and immediately try to flank this thing.
Yes.
With its multi-attack beacon claws.
I imagine Ross is screaming the whole time, but the Griffin is like, "Yeah, I got this."
Yeah, he's only afraid of... What's it called? Ghosts.
But not
Alright, so
dragons.
the claw scrapes across its scales, but the beak actually manages to peck through its wings and does a little bit of damage, so it all counts. After that, that's all of its movement. It's all just flapping there in the air. Okay, it is Aerokos's go. He steps out of his house and just shouts, Tilrog! Show yourself! And
Right now!
what should we do?
The drunken sailor.
He was going to do a similar thing to you, actually, but I guess kind of done that for him, so...
I mean, if he can expand it further to remove even more of the storm, how can you like amplify my control winds, super control winds?
Yeah, if there's no storm around us, then no lightning glare actions.
Would
Hopefully.
be useful-ish.
What happens if you cast control winds at a high level? Is it a bigger area? Oh no,
Instead,
it's just...
I think we'll just start with something simple for now. He's going to cast Bless on Llewellyn, Irina, and Erikos.
Screw
a good
carriers.
yeah.
I can upcast it, actually. We'll get you two. You can upcast it.
Screw carrier.
Yep, everyone here is
Karis
blessed.
just watches this going up. He's like, right, I'm gonna bless you too. Karis is just like, what? I mean, especially like Irina over me. It's just like, what?
No, they need
It's
it,
like Irina either.
Goes fine. You too.
Okay. Use me while I...
It's not like I stopped time in order to come back here or anything to fight this fight.
But
He
if it was
doesn't know that.
Zarelli, you wouldn't think twice about it.
Oh, he'd probably somehow manage to upcast Bless, but all on Zarilius, so Zarilius gets like 10d4 somehow boost. Ultra Bless. Focus Bless.
1 second, I'm just going to fiddle around here.
Fiddle.
There we go. Now everyone's actually got it activated on their character sheet.
Yay.
Cool. Alright. That is Erikos's go. He's gonna pass it over to you, Andy. Now, you're aboard the airship, got your arrows and bolts ready, and although Kisham doesn't necessarily know it, you can feel the ship is slowly moving. Steadily.
Okay.
It's
just going forward, or is
It is. It's going forwards, but not in any kind of very good direction. Maybe it's kind of
Okay.
heading off
Okay.
course. It's not going towards the estate.
she's gonna find a crate, drag it over to the steering wheel or the helm or whatever it is, stand on the crate, and try and steer the ship.
Okay.
Should I describe it to you, or shall I fetch you a box?
She should. Okay.
That
You
will
remember,
help.
Carius is the one who usually has the helm, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be tall.
It's true. Alright,
She just kind of like gets up on the box. And she's, okay, this can't be that hard.
Arius does it. It can't be hard.
You prop yourself up, kind of look out into the distance, and there suddenly you see all the clouds open up this space, and you've got actually a clear kind of vision on where the estate should be, kind of this bubble of where the storm is not active, and you kind of adjust the steering wheel. It is heavy. It is heavy, but give me a quick strength check just to see how well you do it.
Strength check.
Yeah, just a quick athletics, really. Shouldn't be
okay.
too much of a high DC.
Oh.
14 is good. Alright. You actually do manage to heave it. It is a heavy wheel, but the box definitely helped get leveraged on the thing. And you start to steer it in the direction. And you can see the figurehead begin to line up with the estate.
Can't be too hard.
Okay.
I got this. I can do this.
Look at me, I'm driving.
Kishan, are you done yet?
Yeah, you can hear this voice right in your ear, even though they're probably a couple of meters away on the ship. But it felt like they were right in your ear because remember there was a gem on the helm, which is connected psychically.
And
to
he's
the
a
actual
cat,
enemy.
so.
Okay. The next few attacks are going to be right at the bottom of initiative because I rolled so low. But after that one crackling lightning, you see an entire squadron swooping in. Oop, there we go.
We're
The
from
other three, including Tilrog, begin to make their way into the fray. And they appear pretty much at the edge of your spell. And they're going to swoop in. They're all 50 feet in the air. And let's see here. Yeah, I could have swore they've got more than 40 foot. Yeah, they got 80 flight. Okay, cool. They got easily enough to get in range. But they're not landing. They are simply flying overhead and unleashing these electrical blasts. So, Carius, you are going to have to give me a dexterity saving throw. As this one just fires straight forwards in a line in the air.
Okay, let's dex save. I really wish I was better at these.
That was a lot of bless.
Yeah, for some reason that was 11d4.
That was a superior bless.
That was a super bless. We're going to just quickly end that on your character sheet and let you do that manually. Because that was not...
First one was a
that was
3.
not right. The
Yeah,
first one was a
I've
3, was
noticed
it?
an 18 plus.
That's a
Yeah, the
16.
first one was a 3.
Cool.
Right, now I'm going to see if I can
Alright,
remake
you
that.
can... That's alright, I'll just delete off your character sheet for now. No idea why that happened. So 10d10 lightning damage, halved, and then halved again. So
Yep.
20 down to 10 points of lightning damage, Carius.
Yep. And I like to think as Kara sort of dodges out of the way, he sort of catches on his hand and he's just like.
At this point, well, this is Tilrog. This is the one that Kashan pummeled into stunning.
Yeah. I was
Looks at you like,
thinking
what?
Unstead, which I make. And it's like.
And Draconic just snarls and goes, "Huh, your petty parlor tricks are no match for the
And
storm."
And Karif responds in primordial, "Bring it, bitch!"
Right.
Yeah.
It swooped past you, nearly like knocking you off your glaive, but kind of just stuck underneath it and try to keep your eyes on it. Alright. It is the other ones go, they're swooping in as well. This one is a bit too far away to do anything though. It's gonna have to dash on its turn.
Yay. Yay.
'Cause they were basically one in each corner. They were gonna like basically take out all the griffins in one go. You gave that early warning to them, just in time. Instead, let's see how far it can get. 80 to the top of the building. It's gonna have to. It's gonna hold a dash. So you can see one swooping just above the estate itself, and it is going to hold its lightning breath. You can see its jaw crackling in between its teeth. Let's think.
Where's the edge of this?
It's basically going to take its action when the rest of the squadron, with the rest of his attacking force, take their actions.
Chris, just to confirm, is the box that's around them their actual hitbox?
It is actually, I think. Well, no, actually, I made them look a bit bigger because the token would be really tiny otherwise.
3x3.
Yeah, they're currently
Yeah.
5x5, but they should only be 3x3 because they're young dragons.
They're slightly out of range.
Actually, they should be 2x2. Oh, hold on. I'm using these tokens for the time being because they're in the air. It's easier to understand that they're flying.
Why is Didani down here?
Yeah.
You just leapt off the cannon.
Like,
Okay.
I want to be Hiccup.
Okay, the last one can get into a position to do something. is going to fly directly down and swoops in behind here and gets its lightning breath on Llewellyn.
Does it see me though? Look, I'm behind this wall. And a well.
Yeah.
No.
Well, this. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we'll give it down to a D2. 1 is Llewellyn, 2 is Irina. Okay.
Oops. No. I'm sorry. No, I'll take it.
Too late for that. Irina, you see a streaking bolt of lightning fire underneath the first dragon that just launched at you. And I need you to make another deck save. And hold on 1 second, let me get rid of that bless on you. Is that all screw things up?
Llewellyn.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't know he was going to throw it at you instead.
As
You're
the dice,
inside the
I missed
building.
this save.
blame the dice, really. Ooh, that's not good. I'm afraid you take another whopping 63 lightning damage. That is nearly putting you unconscious. You're able to somehow stand atop the stables, which are now probably bursting into fire.
This feels familiar.
Okay, I was going to end with the dragons go. We're back to the top of the round, Llewellyn.
Right.
Yeah, it does feel familiar, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
So they're up there.
50 foot.
Are these somewhat in line with each other?
These two. Yeah. What do you
One
mean?
sec. I'm
You can
wondering,
draw any line with them. Draw a line here,
does
draw a line there.
disintegrate only hit the first creature it touches?
Yes,
Ah,
it's single target only.
But
which
you can still do a hell of damage to one of them.
yeah,
Which one of them's Tilrog?
yeah. Which one of them's Tilrog?
The last one, right
That
here.
one.
Yeah. Although
Okay.
it's difficult to tell which one's which one. You assume that's Tilrog,
5, 10,
because the others don't seem to be him.
20, 25, 30. Gonna get behind here so like the rest of them can't see me except for the one that's swooping by.
They can all see you, apart from this one.
I'm behind a wall.
This one looks. It's
Yeah.
50 foot up.
Target again. That one. There
These
you
two
go.
can definitely see you.
Yes. Oh, click.
Anyway, go ahead. What's your action?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh dear.
whopping 75 damage.
Oh god,
And
that's pretty brutal.
and I don't know if this is actually going to roll it, but he also sees as I do that, like with one hand, I flick my hook out and a star comes across my hook and spins around the blast as I'm going to throw a crown a star at him. I don't actually know how that
You
actually
roll on a spell attack.
spell attack. How do I roll a spell attack?
It's your intelligence plus your proficiency.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
At this point for you, it's like a +10, I think.
D20 plus 10. Yeah. So that would hit. I would hope so.
That does hit. Yep.
Which is 4d12. Can I just click that to roll it? No, it doesn't. Okay. God. Slash 4d12. 33 extra damage.
What? Oh god.
You just did 108 damage in a turn.
It's a disintegrate with a star that spins around it at him.
It seriously injures
it's-
them.
Yeah.
They are. You can see most of their scales kind of like burst away from them. And the Tilrog lets out an incredibly pained screech across the air.
Like I said last time, the captain goes down.
Still only counts as
No.
one.
Okay. Oh boy, layer action time.
I'm gonna fly my raven up towards it as well.
Okay. I thought your Raven was back at the ship with the airship.
No, he was on my shoulder last.
Well, in order to guide everyone to the airship, the Raven would have needed to like show them where it is.
Oh, did the Raven do it? Oh, yeah, okay then.
Yeah.
No worries.
You did tell him
Okay.
to follow the raven.
Of me, but yeah. Let's see. Let's make this a little tricky for you, Karis. Suddenly, when this dragon swoops past you, spins and like does a barrel roll. As it does, you see clouds pull in towards you, and they are similar to the ones you've just seen surrounding this place. But, and I will say, you can use your control winds to get rid of this. But
Yeah.
effectively, they've just centralized a small storm around you, which makes it difficult terrain. You're also blinded whilst you're in there. And what else? Yeah, you might get knocked off your glaive if you do some stunts. I think that's about it. You're blinded and you're difficult terrain in there. Okay.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing on my turn.
Okay, Kashan.
Yes, so we are attempting this one more time.
Okay.
If not, then I'll have to do everything manually.
Okay. Give me that wisdom check.
Come on, ship! Come on, ship!
Yeah.
Much better. This time, feel a jolt. And it seems as though someone's taken the helm. You can actually sense Andy on top of it. And maybe there's a will within the ship wanting to move as well. It's been stuck, parked here in the air for God knows how long. Perhaps it wants to move as much as you wanted to move. And in this final moment, when you kind of feel yourself locked in, you sense the entire ship in its entirety. Then there's this propulsion at the back that's just willing to go. You've got power over the boost, you've got power over elevation, and yeah. Do you want to kick it?
Can I quickly try one thing and try and feel the weapons? Feel the cannons, feel the ballista.
The weapons are there, but they require manual firing.
Damn it! That would have been so
Yeah,
cool.
That would be
they
cool.
will
Like,
require that.
maybe that can be the next upgrade when we go back. We can get like an upgrade to
I was
have
just
that
thinking.
control.
I was just thinking like that like the ship in Thor Ragnarok where she just like.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can feel, I will say, you can feel the flow of vapor through the pipes, which do fuel the actual cannons. So, without you being at this point, you might only be able to fire them once. So you kind of actually aid in reloading them in that sense.
Wonderful. Okay. So in that case, I will just stand up and go, "Thank you for understanding," and I'll hug the crystal, and then I will use my breakneck speed to dash up to the top deck.
Right.
I'm using feline agility, so that's 100 feet. I'm assuming I'll be able to get to the top.
Yeah, definitely.
So in that case, I'm going to delete my token, because screw that.
That's okay. Yeah, come back to the Danzer estate.
Perfect.
Because that's where everything's happening
Okay,
at the moment.
okay.
Anyway.
In that case, I'll
Okay.
reload back
And
in.
that'll end your turn. The
Yes.
airship begins pushing forward. With that, I'll roll the griffins back onto initiative.
And am I still able to move the ship on this turn?
Yeah, that's it. You can basically your movement kind of like require. Yeah, you can use some of your movement effectively to push the ship forward, but you don't need to keep doing it every turn. You've just basically hit the thrusters,
Oh,
and it's just
wonderful.
propelling forward now.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Yep. So the ship begins heading towards that pocket of no storm.
I did it!
You see Andy's like wrestling with the wheels. You come to the top of the deck. Okay, Irina, you're up.
I'll be able to go over and take hold.
Yeah, you can aid in that.
Can I see the airship yet or not?
It's probably just peeking through some of the clouds, but it's not directly above the estate yet.
Okay, is it within 500 feet?
Yeah, that's definitely enough. Yeah. Sure.
Away.
Dimension door.
This seems very familiar.
Yeah.
Hey, before I was unconscious.
That's true. We got you back up.
This time you're on 4 HP.
Yeah, improvement.
I just land on the deck barbecue, just like, ah!
Yikes!
I see it's going well then.
For everyone else. Oh, everything
Irina.
hurts. Oh no, I should have done the thing before I teleported.
What did you want to do?
Bonus action, Hexblade Curse on Tilrog.
On Tirog it is. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll allow you to do that.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So Irina's back into a safe position. The ship is pushing forward. You're going to get your footing, but you can see the ship is probably going to make it there within the next turn or so. Carrot.
Right, so Carius is going to use his bonus action to change the direction of the wind, because that's part of his storm guard ability, to blow this little storm away. And then he's just going to be standing there and just be like, "Hey, Tilrog, look what I can do."
What do you want to move it?
I'm just going to sort of move it behind me, almost
Yeah.
like it's like where this energy is being drawn from. And then...
Sound like this?
yeah, that'll do. And then... all three of them are in a line.
Yeah, and 90 feet of each other if you do it right.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. All right.
And,
cool.
most
Awesome.
importantly, on Tilrog, particularly, let's spend the necessary sorcery points. 3 sorcery points. You're having disadvantage on this, Tilrog.
Oh no, you rolled 23 as well. Guess I'll roll that again. Dex save. Normal. Ah, still rolled a 22. Okay,
Fine,
so
but they're still being hurt by lightning.
for the first time, these dragons experience lightning. Like, they have never felt before. All of them are like, "Ah, what the? What did you do? What did you do?" They seem to be, like, confused. They rattle.
Carius just sort of goes, "Well, I learned a few tricks, and now I'm the master of lightning, not you."
Ericos looks up, gives that approving nod with a smile. Okay. Let me actually deal out some damage to these guys. How
One
much
of them
damage did you
failed, 2 succeeded, so it's 34.
34.
But I overcome their resistance and immunity with this.
Yep. Like,
7.
getting zapped.
But considering how much Tilrog's taken already, another 17 damage on top of it. Oh, and this one next to me, he also takes an additional 6 thunder damage as Heart of the Storm activates.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Because whenever I start casting a spell of first level or higher that deals lightning or thunder damage, stormy magic erupts from me, and this eruption causes creatures of my choice within 10 feet to take lightning or thunder damage, equal to half my sorcerer level. Actually, so that'd
That
be
is true.
5 damage. No, we round up, right, for damage. So 6.
We do. Yeah, I've done that.
6.
Cool. All right,
Yep.
that was impressive feat. At this point,
And
then
then Carius is going to... He's gonna move, but not move out of the range of this dragon, and just sort of move to the other side of it.
Okay.
And just be do that sort of gesture to Tilrog, like...
he does seem to be like grimacing, and then he seems to look up and into the clouds. Okay. It is Ross's go. He's continuing to kind of wail on this thing next to him.
Hell
Goes for
yeah.
a couple of beacon claw attacks.
Oh
Natural
no.
one.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's not getting anything done. Seems to be flailing around. Perhaps the griffin's a little bit spooked by this lightning bolt that's just streaked across the battlefield.
Is Ross going to swing with his hammer at any point?
No, he's using the full action throws mount to do all the work.
Just looking at his token like, you have a hammer.
Yeah, no, he's chilling. Okay, Ericos,
God damn it, Ross.
seeing you do this. Okay. Concentrating on Bless right now. There's not many other things he can do apart from just fire up a bolt of him by himself.
Yeah, I was going to do something else, but then they hit me with lightning and then they lined up and it's just like...
Yeah, like why not?
I just
Yeah.
really wish that 5x5 hitboxes was them, because then they were all exactly in range of this middle one that I could have chain lightninged them.
Oh god.
Shatter.
Alright. You can
Ooh.
see Ericos slams his hands together and a thunderclap emanates from the air just to try and slap this one, concuss it slightly. I think it failed, so it does take the full 10 thunder damage. Kind of gives this thing a headache. Just shake it off though. Okay. After that, he's actually going to head back inside real quick, just for cover. Okay. Alright, Andy, the ship is moving forward. It's in the right direction. You've got a couple of different options you can take this turn. What would you like to do?
How close are we actually now to them? And specifically to Mr. Big Meanie Pants Dragon.
At the top of the next round, you'll be on the edge of the map. For now, you're probably about 200 feet away.
Damn.
You could hold an action till you get that close.
Okay. Then she just kind of leaves Kashan with the wheel.
Okay.
And she'll go over to the front of the ship, you know, where they have like the long kind of prow bit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Climbs up onto that. She's gonna don the cloak and get a magic missile ready, and she's gonna shoot that right at the Terog.
Okay, Tyrell.
Really rubbish
Okay.
at rubbering.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pants.
Okay,
And
ready.
as soon as she's within range, that's gonna shoot off at him.
Gotcha. Okay. This point, we're gonna have
Get near each
this
other.
dragon who held his action is then gonna use now the rest of his movement to swoop in towards you, Llewellyn.
I'm behind the wall. He doesn't see me.
Yeah, but it does see where the disintegration came from. So it's
He
gonna
does.
fly above your head and launch a lightning strike just directly down on top of your head. Give me a dex save.
Come on, that's 2 failed deck saves in a row.
Welcome to my
That's
world.
rough.
Yeah, and
It is what it is. Anything as a reaction? Everything you've got absorb elements, have you?
You did cast mirror image
I
on
did.
yourself.
Was that
Doesn't help on this one.
no?
Does it
If it was an attack like claws or bites, sure. But this is kind of just coating the whole area with lightning.
It's an
And
area.
the images are only shimmering just about like an inch away from him. Okay, that is 57 lightning damage to you, Llewellyn.
Ooh, I am rough.
Okay,
I am so rough.
it will continue to use the rest of its movement. Fly. Where was he? Just goes another 30 feet off to the side here. About there. Almost colliding into Tilrog, but don't worry, he's going to take his turn right now as he kind of flaps his wings, trying to push himself into a break, turns around and swoops right back into the clouds and out of sight.
Tilrog the Fulmination, more like Tilrog the Coward.
He's definitely like licking his wounds as he tries to get back out of sight.
All thunder, no lightning.
Oh, that's a good insult.
It is.
I'm going to quickly roll something for these two. Okay. The other two follow suit, swooping their wings around in an arc and immediately back into the storm. This one swoops downwards. South, and then he goes up into the clouds. All of them have just left vision, except for this one. who held his action to dash. So he moved to there. He did his action to lightning breath, and then he will use now the rest of his movement to fly out of sight as well. So now all of them have gone back into the roiling clouds up above. Okay. Top of the round, Ellen.
It's
They all fight it off.
interesting thought.
Yes, the Griffin gets one attack of opportunity.
What?
Nat 20s!
I didn't think of that, but yeah.
Actually, that one that flew away from me also gets an attack of opportunity.
You do, yeah. Go ahead if you want to
And
use your reaction.
And I can use spells. So let me just check.
Go ahead. Wiggles its tail in front of your nose.
No, that's ritual cast.
That's a
Word
decent
cast.
core. Damn.
I know.
Rips down the wing like where that hole which you disintegrate, kind of gets a hook through there, like one of the talons, and then just drags all the way
Yeah.
to the end of the. Oh,
Would ranged attacks have disadvantage if it's flying away? Like,
there. Not until it goes into the cloud.
no, but I mean because it's within range of me. So do I get disadvantage because it's a ranged attack
Oh, I
from
see.
range?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do it because this could work in my favor. So it's control for disadvantage, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Guiding bolt.
Oh god, you might be hitting all three. Let me just.
Yeah, I think I
Oh.
did hit all three.
Yeah, it's alright. I'll fix it.
That was terrible damage, but now he is glowing.
Okay. Still here, yeah. This one is glowing, so that might give you a hint as to where they've gone.
Yeah.
This has then made its exit out and flies into the clouds. Okay,
Are they within 120 feet still?
possibly. Why?
I'm going to move up as much as I can in terms of my movement to follow them, I guess.
Well, let's first of all strike some lightning down, because there is a layer action.
Let's
Wait,
That's after Lavellan's turn.
That's after my turn.
yeah, that is after your turn, yeah. Q. Go
Is
ahead.
it? Oh, I've got the ruler up, that's why. See, I'm going to move as close as I can to make sure that I'm within 120 feet, if I can be. Would Tilrock be that close?
You're not sure where they went,
I'm going
because
to go.
they use
gonna-
their action and their movement to fly into the storm.
Would I be able
And
to...
you know they can fly 80, so if they were at a dash, they've kind of gone 160.
But one of them used their action and then flew out naturally.
True, one of them did.
So
That
I'm
was the
gonna,
most healthy looking one.
so I'm gonna go for that one with the Crown of Stars as my bonus action, which is
Okay, roll a disadvantage.
only a
Okay,
four.
that's a miss then.
That's 2 morts gone. And I guess I'm gonna do the only thing I can to survive. But my question was, Crown of Stars isn't concentration. If I turn myself into a giant ape, will I still be able to use it? Because it's not
Essentially,
it's not concentration. If I just when going into some sort of polymorph, if you've got a goal in
Yeah.
goal in mind, you keep to it. So my goal is attack the dragons when they appear, shoot a star at them.
okay. You want to turn into an ape though, yeah?
Yeah, that's my. I'm gonna.
Would
Okay, one
because
second. let me
mirror
find more.
image isn't concentration either. Would the mirror images change?
To match the gorillas, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Okay, giant ape coming right up.
I'm thinking if they come close enough, I can just King Kong this shit and jump from a building off them.
Okay, there you go. Lavellan Ironwood, the giant ape, has suddenly appeared in the middle of the Damsir estate. Kind of trample over the archery corner here, but you are definitely still kind of mirror imaged, and you're also seeing a crown of stars above the giant ape. D&D, everyone. Oh, it's just mental.
The villain ape.
Cool. Alright, now a lightning bolt. Let's go with the D3 again. See who I can hit.
Because I need this.
It's going for the gorilla. Okay. Yeah, just as well. Gorilla makes me a deck save, please.
Well, I was like, well, let me click on the gorilla as a thing.
You should be able to just double click it.
Is it control double click?
No,
Oh,
just
I
double
can
click.
double click on it.
Alright, well, let me double click on it for some reason.
Do you want me to roll the deck save for you?
Yes, please, because I'm double clicking. It's just not doing it.
Might just do a reload. Wow, okay, pass. Yeah.
Ninja. I love the fact you're more graceful as a giant ape than you are as your normal self.
Okay.
I mean,
You're a bigger target and somehow more agile and able to dodge.
It probably hits him in a place that isn't very damaging, and you just see everything just fuzz up.
Okay, you take 6 fuzz damage,
Fuzz damage.
and I've done that for you. And then I need you to roll a concentration check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No. Is it as a giant ape as well?
but I mean, you just prevented yourself from going unconscious there.
I did.
'Cause
Oh,
that would have been 3 lightning damage. Would have knocked you out.
concentration save.
Yes, Constitution. Cool, you're still a giant ape. Nice.
Giant apes have
Okay.
good constitution.
All right, Kishan, you see the cluster of Damsir family running around the deck. They're still trying to work out how to fire these cannons. There's 4 griffins. They've all come to the edge. They look like they're flapping their wings, about to take off.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to do?
Yes, so I will go
Cool.
and...
The ship's actually now at the Damsir estate. On your turn, effectively.
Perfect. So I'll just bank the ship to the right, so we're side on.
Okay, gotcha.
And I
Let me
will
let me-
go and... I mean, all of the cannons are now loaded, so I'll give a quick verbal instruction as to
Okay.
how...
How to fire it?
Yeah. But then I'll point to the blister and say, that one's easier!
Yeah, probably best for the village. Okay.
And do I see any
Any
of
dragons?
the dragoons?
You do not immediately see the dragons. They've all got full cover behind these clouds. If you want to try and see one, it is an action to roll a perception check.
Or just
I
holding it.
might, yeah, I was just going to say I'll hold an action to fire the cannon.
Okay.
To
So
see a giant.
oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, this is kind of above, so it's not the actual scale, but you are up above in the air. I'm going to drag your tokens on.
Gotcha.
I
That is a
ran
cool
into someone. Right, next upgrade.
Blade
Blade on the
side, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I'll broadside
Hold an action.
the estate and just
Okay.
hold.
And likewise, Andy, as you kind of ready your magic missile to fire it, you look around and there's no sign of them. They've all retreat into the storm. Irina, you're up.
Far up into the clouds.
How far up are you?
How far are we between like the clouds and?
So that we went up 50 foot. So there's 150 foot around the Damsir estate in a cube. The clouds aren't there. So everything you can see on the map, you can pretty much see. Everything surrounding that from your level and up is just roiling storm, lightning crashing and arcing through it. There's only a pocket that's visible, and it's the pocket you're seeing on the map.
The pocket is 150 feet. Where
Yeah,
you-
on it,
whatever.
it's 100 feet on each side,
Okay.
but it goes
Um,
up to 150 feet.
No, you said that Kashan could load the cannons with.
Yeah, they're
Right,
kind of
good.
primed and armed, so you can fire them.
And they're all lined up, right?
They're on the side of the boat, but you need a target to be able to
You know where
fire them
Tilrock
out.
is, don't you?
I know what now?
You
You
know
need
where
an action to fire
No,
them.
I was talking to Jamie, not you. I heard you.
Oh, well
you know
then.
where Tilrock is, don't you? Because of Hexblades.
I don't know if it lets me sense where he is. It doesn't say.
Not with Hexblade's Curse. With normal Hex, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it just says you place a baleful curse on someone. The target is cursed for 1 minute. The curse ends early. If the target dies, you die.
is there a Radiant Dragon there because of the guiding bolt? Like glowing.
Potentially, yes. I will say that one's easier to spot, but he is still in full cover.
I'm gonna waste my turn, aren't I? Looking for it.
Not necessarily. If you use your action to sort of make a perception check, then it may allow others to then fire in their direction.
Yeah, but what I mean is that's what I'm gonna have to do because otherwise we have no idea. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'll have to hope my perception is good enough.
Okay.
Actually, thinking about it, 1 second.
If you want to spot the glowing one, that's just a flat roll.
1
If
second.
you want to try and spot the others,
1 second.
it's going to be disadvantage.
1 second. Okay, that's fine. Perception check. Did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Perception on. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah.
Okay. All right. You don't see any of the ones who just left, but Carius streaked a guiding bolt at one just as it was flying out. Where you see there's a flash that's different from the rest of the lightning, but it is only there briefly. You haven't got clean eyes on it, but you perhaps know a direction of one of them. And it's to the southwest of you.
Okay.
You don't get full eyes on them.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
Right, so. Okay. Carius.
This is actually kind of tricky because I don't really have anything. I don't want to waste any spells when it's.
Ericos is probably calling out to you. This is what they do, Carius. It's their hit and run tactic.
Alright, let me just think. Alright, because Carius doesn't know where they are. That's only 60 feet, and that could have flown further than 60 feet. Carius is going to use. What's the range on that actually? Sorry. Yeah, is gonna fly. Actually, no, because you don't need the healing anymore. That's really not fine.
6
Carius is going to. It's an odd one. Carius, the ship, because obviously the control winds goes up 100 feet, sort of thing, above where Carius is at 50 feet. So how high are they up? Are they above like where the control winds would affect them?
That's up to Kashan, how high you would like to be. Do you want to be inside the pocket where the winds aren't as obscured? Cam?
Sorry, that was to me.
Where,
Yeah.
How high do you want the ship to be?
I would have brought it. Wait, it has to be below the clouds.
Yeah,
but
but
the
I've
clouds are everywhere at the moment.
yeah, and I've blown the clouds away from this 100-foot cube. So if you were to be, so
You
I'm
can be
based.
up to 150 feet.
Yeah, I'd say around 100.
Okay, which would put them in the cube, but the ship doesn't count as a creature, does it?
No.
Okay, then for my action, I'm changing it into the control winds into a downdraft. So if they fly in, they're potentially flying straight to the ground, these dragons, because they've got to make a strength
Oh,
throw.
okay. Sneaky. All right. Okay. Cool.
In fact, you know what? Just to be even sneakier, I'm going to hold my action to change it for when they fly in.
Okay, gotcha. That's even more dastardly.
Because it's like they fly in and it's aha, and it's like, nope.
Okay, the griffins take flight from the ship and they begin sort of circling around. They don't see their targets, so they're going to give you a helping hand here and use their own eagle eyes to see if they can locate any of these potential hidden dragons.
Ooh.
Not bad. Yeah, they've got +5 to perception, guys. So immediately, the eagles, or the griffins rather, they start swooping around, and their own formation goes over to here. Because if that downdraft was on, then they would have a real bad time. So they get into a formation, and they say, the Griffin Riders, that is, they say, Ross, Captain, they've flown up. They've ascended into the highest clouds, above this pocket. What do you wish us to do? So it's actually Ross straight after them. So he kind of shouts, well, if we let them up there for too long, they're just going to ready their breaths again. He turns to you, Carius, and Ross shouts, is it better we meet them head on?
If we can get them out of the clouds, then we can do the damage, but we need to get them out of the... We need to bring the battlefield to where it's in our favor. But for now, going into there is going in blind, even if we can tell roughly where they are. So,
Can you bring the wind higher?
no, because I've checked.
Can you cast the spell again?
I could. That's definitely a possibility. Or whose turn are we on?
So it is one of the blue dragons go right now, and
Yeah.
a griffin right after that. And
Yeah.
they say, they're not attacking. They look like they're encircling us. They look like they're biding their time.
Has it been Ericos's turn yet in this?
No, it has not.
Just
it
sort
is-
of look at Ericos, just like, just sort of point to the winds, just like, make the area bigger.
I need to get up there. Bring me one of those griffins. And
I
you see...
mean, the spell has a range of 300 feet.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it
That's
just
not bad.
controls a 100-foot cube.
Okay. Nonetheless, though, I think on one of the griffins go, they're going to swoop down, pick up Ericos, and fly him up to about your height.
Yeah.
One sec.
And at this point, Ericos begins looking up to the sky, and he might do control winds up higher. Downdraft.
Downdraft up there, bring them down. Yeah, bring them down into mine, and then we downdraft them again once they come into mine, and it blows them down.
Double
even further.
downdraft. Okay.
Particularly from that height, because potentially...
Okay.
Actually, to be honest, if they fail the save from the first one, they're knocked prone whilst flying. Because it doesn't pull you down, it knocks you prone in the air if you fail the
True.
strength save.
True. Okay. In that case, then he will attempt this. and we'll see what happens. So he climbed up atop the griffin, flies up there, begins controlling the winds above, and causes a downdraft. Strength saving throw.
Yep.
So all of these. Okay. 17. Pretty good. That is a success. That is a fail. That's a fail. And what do you know? Tilrook succeeds. Okay. So 2 of them. Let me just check. Is it immediate? Does it take effect immediately, or is it on the start?
It says a creature must make a strength saving throw if it flies into the cube for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So technically, it is the first time on a turn when the wind is there, so it will affect them now, I think.
Okay. Cool. All right then.
And it knocks them prone, which means, unless they have a hover, they drop.
They will drop. Yeah, they drop 100 feet basically straight into your spell, which is where your held action goes off.
Yeah, and it's like, and down you go, like
Again. Okay, another strength save for them.
I mean,
So
they're
these
prone
are raised.
anyway,
Oh.
so they have disadvantage because they're prone.
Not because they're prone, no.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1 fails, 1 succeeds. So one of them on the left here is barely able to stay aloft, even though they're probably in the center of it. But they come down to about the griffin's height, and that's going to be useful for them. The other one, who hasn't actually taken much damage, just goes into a downward spiral. Ooh, their wings like folded in, and then ends up.
That means they've dropped like 200 feet. That's 20d6 full damage.
Well, your control winds is up 50 foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, they're prone, so they can't maintain the flight. I don't know how fast you fall.
Pretty fast. You fall normally about 300 feet and around. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like according to the rules, I think it's like 500 feet. It's stupid amounts.
So they would fall at least enough to almost hit the ground, but they were up 250 foot practically.
Yep.
Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to give them a quick dex save because they would come out of your spell and about 50 foot from the ground. So
And
let's
have
see
a
if they can regain their regain themselves as they're falling. Natural 20. Wow. Okay. So this one would have been crashing into the ground, but there's an area where there's no downdraft, and as it in that 50-foot gap, it swoops down and manages to suddenly bring out both of its wings and flap as hard as it can, and basically swoops down, landing on top of this workshop here.
Right near the giant ape.
Yeah, almost, and just barely stops itself from taking any fall damage. The very last moment.
I'm assuming we see it fall.
Yes, you would.
Fire!
Uh-oh.
You also see this one over here, so you've got a choice of 2 targets.
So, Andy, you got 2 targets you could magic missile because you had your held action.
Well, considering that was supposed to be for Mr. Big Bad, but he's not reappeared yet, so yeah, she'll just shoot towards the first one that starts.
Actually, wait, because the wind would have blown away the cloud, so is Tilrock visible actually up there? Because he made the strength save.
Yeah, he made the save, so he's up. Well, there is still obscuring clouds. Does it clear them? Control winds?
It blows the clouds about.
It does. Okay. I'm gonna say they're still kind of up on that level of clouds. They're still obscured, but
Okay.
you're pulling them down into this area because the first time you'd actually made it not obscured. You'd have to do that for the top one as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 choices, Andy. This one's really injured on the left, or this one's not injured at all, but it's on the building, on the floor. Whichever you'd like.
Well, whichever one fell out of the sky first. She's not really going to be looking about how damaged they are. She's just literally going to first shoot the first one that, came inside.
Alright, roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for your magic missile. Should be a number of 4s. D4s. Depends on how many charges you want to use.
I mean, she'll just use one, but it's still a 5th level, isn't it? So,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It was up there.
Okay, so that's 5th
7?
level.
You have to take the actual image.
7, yeah.
7 plus 3.
7.
When Andy is done, I'll be firing at the one on the right.
21 damage.
Nice.
Actually, that'd be higher because I only added the 1 once. So, and it's 1d4 plus. I forget how magic missiles damage.
1. Yeah, it's plus 1 for every d4, isn't it?
So that would
So-
be another
Oh.
6 damage on top of that. So
Another
27.
6. 27 damage. Nice. Okay. Let's just damage this one here. Someone that lands kind of just bewildered, looks up, suddenly sees this star flying towards it, slashes it across its jaw, and just an explosion of stars around it. It's probably seeing stars at this point. Okay,
Another star in
good
a sec.
shout. It is Andy's go again.
Well,
Get another go.
the Shan's action would have
Yeah.
triggered as well.
That's true as well. Okay.
So
What's
I
your
will,
action? Your cannon. isn't it?
Firing the cannon.
so I will say that that will have disadvantage because of the downdraft.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
Or it could be advantage if I aim above it.
Use gravity to your advantage.
Yeah. Well, you could fire up at the ones in the air, but they're still obscured, so
No,
it's
I'll
still
just
going
go
to
down. At the
okay.
one below.
Disadvantage for the first shot. You're trying to keep track of them. That's probably why. Because they're falling at such a speed, you're trying to like aim it down in time.
I'm just
it
going
is
to
gonna be-
roll 2d20s.
Yeah, just roll 2d20s and keep the lowest. And you got 4.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
4 plus.
So...
Check the notes.
Oh, I don't know why that just... Oh, yeah, 4. Okay.
My notey notes. Where are they?
Plus 20 to hit.
No.
Yeah, it's probably not going to hit.
Okay. I'm afraid. I found it right. It is plus 6 to hit, so 10. It is unfortunately a miss. The range is it's within range, but as it's falling so fast, you kind of like try to aim it down in time and it just skirts over their head. Thankfully, it doesn't destroy any of the buildings. It kind of just falls into the farmland.
That's why I was aiming for that one. I don't want to hit the
You-
estate.
We just hear in the distance, my cabbages!
What about the people on the ballista?
Oh god. Let's roll down to Andy go again. Yeah, they haven't held their action, but I will say from now on they might be able to help. They're gonna go onto the ballistas.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So Andy, you've got another go.
Yeah, well, she'll probably then just turn to face the other one and gives it one a magic missile on that one.
Same thing,
Okay.
double dragon.
Yeah. Because she's got, what, 6 in
So,
total?
hang on, if you click on the map first. Hold-
Roll.
Gimp. There we go. Fire.
Okay, let's have a look. I've got 6 of them. Each
Yeah,
of them are 7d4 plus 7.
23
So,
Oh.
if you add the 6.
How much? 27?
22.
23.
22? And that one's looking really rough. It's getting
wait.
torn apart. Stars just push through its wings, tearing it.
No, it would be 23, sorry, yeah. I was looking at the 16, not the 17.
It's looking real bad. Okay. It is their go. Okay. Caught in the downdraft. So I guess he needs to make that save again?
Yep.
That isn't fair. Okay, 18 they pass on that one. And the
Just.
other one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Going into a downward spiral. Tilrog is falling,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's gonna try again in your one. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god, he falls again.
Come to me, my little pretties.
Okay, that's looking good. Make sure to switch that up.
With the lightning that I absorb, is that like a one-time thing? So I need to take another lightning burst in order
You
to
would
use
need to
it again?
take more lightning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. These guys are not having a good time as they fall into 2 downdrafts. Well, one of them did anyway. This one is prone. Is it difficult terrain, right, for a flying creature?
Yep, I think so. I'll double check actually. Spellbook control winds. I know one of them causes difficult terrain, but I can't remember if that one does. Downdraft doesn't mention disadvantage. It's only the gust that says difficult terrain. So no, it's
Okay.
not difficult terrain.
No,
Weirdly.
it's not difficult. All right. But it is weirdly prone. Okay. It is going to swipe down at Erekos then, as he's the one controlling the winds here. In fact, 1 second, I've missed a dragon's go. This guy's go. The one who's been magic missiled, so he needs to make a strength save as well. Cool, he's okay. In that case, let's have him just fly back up, dash, and try to get out of it. That's all he wants to do is get the heck out of there. Okay. The other one is going to try and make an attack against Erekos. 3 attacks. One with the bite. Ooh.
That's a
with a
14
claw.
here. What is he wearing?
He's wearing his pajamas.
Not wearing much armor, no. To be honest, he wasn't armored up for this. His dex isn't great. Oh god, I just messed up something.
He took
Okay.
a lot of damage.
He did, and I'm going to need 3 con saves from him.
Seeing their damage is just giving me an idea. Their bite does lightning damage.
Yeah, it does.
I don't have to take a lightning bolt.
Nah.
I mean, if he's like me, then he'd have Warcaster, but I don't know if he does.
He doesn't. The second one he rolls is, I'm afraid, a failure. 5 is just too low.
Wait,
He is
but
gonna
he has
lose-
Bless. Oh no, he got rid of Bless for
He had to, yeah.
control winds, yeah.
So, I'm afraid with the second strike, you see his concentration is broken. This creature is then immediately going to swoop away from that. It will provoke an attack of opportunity from probably at least him and the griffin he's on.
Slap him.
Yeah, I'll go with a claw. It's again. the griffin's doing some work. Erekos gonna use. He'll use a shocking grasp because guess what? He can.
Yeah. They are in the lower of the downdrafts though, so at the moment, which means they would be affected. I mean, the griffin should technically be affected on their turn. Thinking
Stood
about
on the
Oh
door.
yeah, true that. Hold on. Technically, the griffins probably had a heads up, knowing this was coming.
it. Yeah.
But they probably will fall down again.
I mean,
Okay, cool.
if he, I mean, he could because he took the lightning damage, so he could bypass it.
That's exactly what he's doing. So as the lightning from the jaws of this creature clamp down on him, God, he grabs a hold of the head and just slams his hand into the side of it and unleashes the shocking grasp of his own into a dragon, which kind of like zaps it unexpectedly. Okay. Damsir lightning is unlike other lightning. You'll find. After that, I'm gonna have the Griffins roll. We're gonna get slapped by this thing. What's your DC?
DC 17.
Okay, well the one Ericos was on actually managed to stay up, so that explains how he was able to stay put. But the others have fallen down. Damn. Crap.
Eh.
They were gonna land on top of the building.
Yeah.
Probably taking some damage. They were 50 foot up. So
Yeah.
5d6. Ouchies.
Yeah.
4 griffins.
But the building's probably about 10 foot tall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll take like 11 then.
They can, they can. I
A
think
bit
they
of
can
a-
take that bit of damage. They're warrior griffins. It's not like
They are. They're not pushovers. Okay, cool. Oh wait, no, that one's fine. That one's fine. All right, the others have fallen into the roof. The one that Ericos is still on is still flying and maintaining its altitude. Okay. After that, this dragon swoops away, 80 foot. Gonna go as far as he can. Yep. Goes into the sides of the clouds. And as for Tilrog and this one that kind of landed, is their turn. They are also going to immediately fly away again. That was a nasty maneuver, but they don't want to stick around by the looks.
annoying.
They both exit out after being dropped quite low.
Is that in difficult terrain as well? Because they're in your downdraft.
No,
Either way,
it doesn't.
Either way, they fly and dash. Now, feels like you had them for a moment, but they've all, I mean all of them, left the premise once again.
They were prone there to use half their movement to get back up, so they're not.
They
as
would
fast.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're using their action to dash. So, at the very least, you bought a turn where they all practically did nothing then.
Yeah.
Okay. Revelin, you're a giant ape.
So, used half the movement to get, which is 80 feet half, but then they dashed, which would get them to.
Another 80.
So that's 120. Too far away for me to
Mhm.
go punching them, but he's gonna climb up onto the wall, and you see him do. He's gonna like sort of like above his head, grab one of the stars. And he's gonna do a hammer throw and chuck one at one of the dragons.
Okay. Sure thing.
So that should be fun.
You
where
can
is
roll a disadvantage.
it? A disadvantage.
Yeah.
They only
They
got.
are. They're behind cover and they're obscured.
2d20 is it then, or 1d20?
Just control click your rock. Is it what you're trying to do?
No,
Yeah.
I'm using the crown of stars.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Yeah. Just roll 2d20s. Keep lowest. By the way, you can do keep lowest by either clicking the disadvantage in the dice tray or just typing KL at the back end of it. Yeah. There you go. Cool.
Yeah, that was just me demonstrating it.
And then
Yeah. Go ahead.
plus what to that?
That's Karis's roll.
Yeah, on my roll.
Damn it.
That was just me testing that worked on in the
So just click 2d20 in the dice tray and then click dis, and then click roll.
Sorry.
We'll do the pluses after. Save you typing it out. Okay, so 10 plus. What's your spell casting?
10.
10.
that'd be
So 20. All right.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so you do miraculously manage to hit something in the darkness.
so that one takes.
The nearest one, right?
Yeah, it'll be the nearest one. 4d12, 24 damage. And
Yep.
do I actually have a rock throwing ability? I don't
You do,
actually
yeah. You can literally pick up masonry and toss it.
know. Where is this?
It's on
Oh,
your
the giant ape.
inventory.
There's like an
You-
anvil next to you.
It, ha-
You could
it
literally throw
has it has a 50 to 100-foot range.
Oh, so I do.
Yeah, you could toss an anvil at them.
That'd be a disadvantage. Let me roll again.
Yeah, try again. 16. Ooh, just misses. As an anvil comes hurtling through the clouds, they probably what the. A lightning bolt probably strikes it because it's made of metal and attracts it.
Damn it, that would
Okay.
be a good attack as well.
That would have been nuts. Okay. Speaking of obscuring clouds, let's make some more of those directly above the ship. Oops. There is a downdraft going on, but this seems to be magically emanating from something. The dragons are able to control their environment around them as well, and it engulfs the deck of the ship so that you're blinded and in difficult terrain. That's it. It is one of the griffins go, probably getting up from the prone position, trying to flap its wings, but it's having a hard time against the downdraft. So it will probably fly out of it and try to get up. Kashan.
I'm now blinded.
Yep, now blinded by this thing.
Mm,
You could go up and out of it if you wanted. That's up to you. You have
it
control
uses
of your weight.
it uses my movement, doesn't it?
Yeah, it will.
Okay, perfect. How far up does it look like this goes?
The cloud is about 20-foot radius.
Oh, okay. So I'll move it kind of up and along a bit. So maybe coming up to like around here. If it will let me ping.
I missed your ping. I'm guessing this way somewhere?
It's not letting me. Like up here.
Oh, up there. Up there. Yep. Okay.
And I'll use my action to reload the cannon.
Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, just roll me a d6 real quick. And see how well the cannon is reloaded, because it takes some time for these things. It's reloaded. Fully locked and loaded. This thing is charged and ready to be unleashed. But there are no dragons inside. Or at least not yet. Okay, I'm gonna say how higher elevation do you go? Quite high?
We were 100
Yeah, you're about 100 foot up.
100 foot, so we'll be roughly around 130-ish.
Okay, gotcha. Irina.
Annoying.
Very enough.
So we're 130 in the air. Estimate between us on the ship and the cloud cover.
The cloud cover, it's all around you, but
No, but what's the distance between us and where the dragons went, basically?
you can't tell because they went into heavy obscured cloud.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Where is the heavy obscured cloud? How far away is it? Just what I'm asking.
5 foot away from you. If you want to go into the cloud, there's a wall of it right in front of you. You could jump off you can literally jump off the ship and into it. I've said this a couple times, but the map is what you can see with the control winds. On the edge of that map is basically the roiling clouds.
Yeah. We sort of made two 150. If you're 130 feet up, then there's should be a 120 foot above you. That is clear before you get to clouds if you're looking up, because
That's what I was asking.
yeah, because they wouldn't have come back in yet after Arakos did his wind thing,
Okay.
and that was I'm 50 foot, then 100, then his 100. So yeah.
There really isn't all that much that I can do right now.
Nope. Another
Everything
point.
I have.
So
Dragons.
down dragons, they're doing hit and run.
Okay, I am going to hold my action.
Okay.
For like obviously any sign of the dragons coming within 120 feet.
Okay, what
And
you
I
holding
will
every
be-
class?
I am holding synaptic static.
Okay, alright. Knock that spell off. Carius, your turn.
Right, Carius is going to keep the winds up. I know it's disadvantageous to the griffins, but it also means less likely chance for the dragons to fly in because it's a risk to them.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Gonna
move
protect
to.
your house that way. Because they don't want to fly into that.
Yeah, so he's gonna sort of just move more into sort of the middle-ish, but like probably not in line with anyone, so like there-ish, I'm gonna say.
You subject to your own spell as well. The downdraft. I believe you would.
Technically I would be, but it's creatures, and I'm not flying. My glaive is.
That's kind of.
It's the same thing as the ship. The ship's not affected by
The
it.
ship is massive. I mean.
Yeah, I
that
mean, I
thing is not
guess.
gonna-
Yeah, I mean, I probably would be, but then again, as a bonus action, I can control the winds around me
Sure.
until
Okay.
the end of my
that's
next
fair.
turn. So
That's fair. As long as you're doing that, I'll allow you to.
yeah, yeah. So
I'll
that's my
find
bonus
ways.
action. Then for my action, I'm gonna sort of ready a. I'm gonna ready a third level guiding. Second level guiding bolt for once one of them comes within range.
Okay. The griffins are going to fly fully out of the downdraft.
Yeah,
Like,
makes
they
sense.
can't be of much use in there. So they're just going to get out of there. Even...
Patrol the perimeters of the winds.
Alright, they do so. They'll spread out across the top here, near the airship. But they dash to do so. That'll be their turn. Alright. One of the blue dragons, they're holding their action. Ross, also going to make his way out to the perimeter. Ericos, no sign of them. Damn it. Ah. That's it. I say we bring the fight to them. I know what they're doing. They're waiting till they're recharged. And Ericos is going to try and get his griffin up as high as he can. But he's with the downdraft. He doesn't get very far until he probably lands on the edge of the ship, ready to try and take another leap up. Andy.
Well, there's not a lot she can do either. So,
There it is.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is. They come for me.
I think the others
Going
are.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Only two.
What are you thinking, Andy? What's...
well, I'm waiting until Chris has finished fiddling
No,
around.
no, I'm just rolling dice in the background. Don't mind me.
Um,
Doesn't affect what you're going to do.
yeah, it's just distracting. That's all. She's gonna ditch the stars for the moment and just knock a normal arrow and just wait. That's all she can do, really.
Okay.
Actually, holding an action uses concentration, doesn't it, for spells?
It does, yeah. Because
Then I wouldn't be holding a spell as an action. Thinking about it,
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll just hold an attack with my glaive if they come in range.
Okay, sure thing. So at this point, you realize they're not coming down. There's at least a good 6 seconds past. You're waiting and waiting, and they still don't seem to have appeared. Llewellyn, it's your go.
How high up is the ship?
130 foot.
Don't think I can jump 120 feet if I climb up on the
No.
door. Damn.
And particularly in a downdraft, I think that's gonna
True.
cause some problems. I
What do-
mean, you could try throwing a rock again and hope.
Sure.
Okay.
I've two different things. Gonna try the same thing as last time, because that was what I had in my mind when I was doing it. Keep throwing
Sure.
stars and keep attacking. So I'm gonna grab another anvil. Try
It's
that.
not another anvil. It's not like a supply of anvil. There's
maybe-
just the one. But I
No,
will say this: you can pick up other bits there, like
masonry and
tables
whatnot.
and masonry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. That was like
Okay.
Click disadvantage, right? Click
Before
my-
you even roll to attack, your whatever you're throwing out there just flies until it hits nothing. Like you're out of range, basically.
Oh.
Yep. Not that you would know that, but I'm just telling you now that effectively they have flown well out of reach, and your whatever you're throwing just sort of flies into the air and tumbles away.
Cry. The monkey's gonna. Nah. I don't know what to do. Anything. I don't. Nathan. It's just. I'm gonna. I've already done an action. Can't even hold. Whatever. This pretty much is its turn. Can't really
Okay.
do it.
Alright.
Getting closer to the ship, I guess. Because it's like I'm just gonna look up confusedly, like what do.
Indeed, what do you do? Because right now they are clearly letting you waste all your time and energy. And meanwhile, Ericos is getting impatient. So, back to the layer action. There is still lightning streaking and arcing all over the place. There's a lot of different targets to pick from now. So, let's see. Let's go with Garrus. No, actually, that'll be. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll it. I'll roll. 5. Okay, wow. Irina, dexterity saving throw.
I mean, even if I pass, it's still half damage, right? So
Yep, it is, but I could roll 2 1s on the dice. That's a pass. 2d10. Oh no, I rolled good. Irina is struck with lightning, and unfortunately, you go unconscious, falling to the deck of the ship just as that synaptic static was held. Ugh. Go down. There's plenty of people on the ship who might be able to help, but right now they're still looking around the sky, and then suddenly this bolt streaks across the deck. Okay, it is one of the griffins goes. They're going to fly up higher and higher. And one of the riders says, "They're up there. They must be." I'm going to roll a quick perception check as well. Should be with disadvantage, but again. Yep, still sees them. Even with the 19. The griffin kind of points to the griffin rider, points Kushan up into the air and says, "They've gone higher and higher into the clouds over there."
I shall bring us up.
Okay. Alright, Kushan, do you do so?
Yeah, so
Alright then.
I shall begin to lift up.
Okay. With that then, time. I'm going to say that Irina quickly make a death saving throw. And the crew aboard the ship, I'm going to try and assist you and probably try to stabilize you as well. Okay, you do pass one. Okay, Rylis is a cleric. She's known for many spells. Well, not spells, rather, but clerical ways. She knows how to at least maintain and use some medicine. She's going to stabilize Irina. And Carius, it's your go.
Right, so Carius is gonna drop his concentration on control winds.
Okay.
He's gonna fly up 50 feet, and then as
Okay.
bonus action, he is gonna cast Fast Step to teleport another 50 feet.
Jeez.
Actually, another 60 feet, so 110 feet, and then he's gonna dash another 50 feet, going up 160 feet this turn. And
Okay.
considering, yeah, and basically just gonna call out, it's like, Dilrog, you coward, come at me!
Oh,
Man.
all right, nice. Well, here's Eric. Oh, there he is. All right, he says, I'm right here. What are you afraid of? The storm?
I am the storm.
Prove it.
Did I
And
not
you
get
can
my
hear his
action,
voice
by the way?
booming. Yeah, we can say that you're moving up. I'm going to end the turn order, and you can tell me what you're doing as you get up to this map. Because
I would have just been holding another action because the cannon's loaded now.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah. Got that cannon loaded.
So as soon as I see, I shoot.
Okay. In that case, then you're just holding that ready, and it does go by a few moments as you're lifting the ship higher and higher, but still no immediate sign of them. You know they must be around here somewhere, but I'm going to drag you all onto the new map as the ship ascends, and you should all be up there now. I'm going to have just everyone can roll initiative again, because a bit of time goes by effectively.
Yeah. So, how much time?
Am
are
I
we-
included or am I not because I'm unconscious?
At the moment, you're just stabilized, but
Yeah, that's fine.
if someone wants to do something now's the chance. But Velen, you're still on the ground.
Am I able to get myself up there, or have we not got that time?
That's up to you. How do you manage to do that as a monkey on the ground?
I would.
Got the exact same initiative.
You would have to drop concentration and fly up somehow.
I would that's what I'm saying. I would have to drop concentration, use fly, and get up there.
Yeah.
Probably.
So can I do
Yeah.
that then?
You can do that if you want to fly up, because it does look like the ship is going up and up without you.
As a monkey, I'm just looking at the ship like, oh.
Yeah, Karis is just like fast stepping, like to fly up whilst he's dashing. He's just like, and imagining like little booms of thunder. So he's just like,
Okay, cool.
like, I'm coming, Tilrog.
Oh, we're coming. Okay, I think I've got everyone on here. Other griffins.
That makes sense. And I'll probably take cover in,
Okay.
like just in one of the rooms, as well, because I'm
Gotcha.
pretty damn low. I'm like the same as Irina was, like one hit down, sort of thing.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say everyone aboard the ship. Karis, you're still on the glaive.
Yep.
And Erikos is aboard one of those griffins at the back here. And I just need Ross. But as you kind of ascend higher and higher into the rolling storm, you can see that the battlefield has taken a turn. It's tumultuous winds up here. I don't know if you can control winds again, but it's really bad. Trying to keep aloft.
I could,
You could.
but I
Okay.
do on my turn. I have the ability to use my bonus action to at least control the direction of the winds.
Okay, so possibly only you are able to kind of just about fly around in here without being jostled by the turbulence. The lightning up here is way more fierce as well. You can see it's just arcing between clouds. And I believe we can start off at the top with Andy. Go.
5 minutes.
Wait.
What's the visibility like now?
It is
I'm
pretty
waiting for
bad,
the-
but yet now that you're all in it, you're effectively obscured as well. So it's maybe going to be hard for them to see you as well. You could still hold an action if one of them appears, but it is difficult. It's lightly obscured up here.
Okay, well, she'll just do what she did before and hold a normal arrow for the time being. And I will mention I have to go to bed in 5 minutes.
Okie dokie. Gotcha. So
Yeah, otherwise she'll just keep an arrow on her bow and whatever, like if you see like a flash go past or something like that, even it's something as simple as that.
Shoot it in the eyeball.
okay,
Yeah.
understood.
I will say I'm refreshing at the moment because I wasn't on the new map. It seems to be taking a while to load for me.
Yeah, mine crashed. I've just had to refresh it.
Okay. All right then. I want the griffins to kind of go on the same turn, so I'm just going to get rid of the others. I want them to be synchronized.
Do we want to, as we're coming up to it, and I think Tam said he had to leave at 10 as well, do we want to just end it there at the top of initiative anyway? Seems a good point to end it.
Could do. The fight looks like it might finish this round as well, though.
Yeah,
What
but
about you able to push on for a bit longer, Cam, or do you need to go?
No, I need to be somewhere. I'm
Ed?
actually going out.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I thought you were joking.
No.
Okay.
Cam?
Going out.
That was
10
social
PM.
life? What?
Going out at 10. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
I'm kidding. Cam probably has more friends than I do. IRL.
Oh,
Feel sad. Sad.
you have at least 5.
I said I meant like
well then-
IRL. All my
In that
friends are
case,
online.
then we will end it tonight about here. Does look like you could finish it in the next round, but we'll hold that as a small cliffhanger for next. As you ascend up into the deeper clouds, you can see just about one of their shadows. The others are very, very well hidden because I've been rolling their stealth checks. But one of them is just barely visible as a kind of like a shadow at the very outskirts of these clouds.
Did they all roll over 23?
You would need an active search.
Damn it.
Yeah, we're not using passives. You need to actively search for them. But anyway, we'll have to end it there. We'll finish this climactic airship battle when we return next week. So we'll see you all then. Bye.
And don't forget to join us Sunday for Witch Hunters, and on the 6th for What Lies Beneath.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yep, that's what I'm calling it, and it's my campaign, so...
Yeah, bitch. Right, bye.
Bye.